We have a special guest with us this week. We have the very one and only Mom Loves You. So exciting for us. We want to talk to you a little bit about who you are, your history with Coin Hunt World. We know you're an original hunter. So tell us a little bit about how long you've been playing, and for those that don't already know the big bomb you dropped on the last podcast, like who you are and all of that. Pause 1 second, guys. I'm getting some technical difficulty issues from the chat here.
Welcome back, everybody. So sorry that you couldn't hear our audio for the first minute there. Obviously, we have on a really special guest. She'll be back in just a moment.
Who's hiding? Okay.
Oh, Hot says he can hear all three, or they can hear all three of us. So we're on, Mom.
Okay. Here I am. I'm back.
Yay! Everybody give a warm welcome to Mom Loves You, OG Hunter, and fellow lady of the hunt.
Yes.
Welcome, Mom. Thank you so much for being our very first guest on the show, and sorry for the technical difficulties.
All right. It's all right. It happens.
You'd think we'd have this by now.
Hey, fourth time's a charm. What did I say?
Well, you guys in the audience, let us know if there's any other issues. I will keep watching. But let's get back to the interview, or let's start the interview, I guess.
Start over.
Yeah.
And by the way, Mom, there's lots of love for you in the chat. Everyone's really excited that you're here. Anakura says, K-Hag says, Coin Hunt World loves Mom. Marvin's House says, hey, Mom, you rock. W.R. Willem says, true OG Hunter. Hi, Mom. Yeah.
So much love.
Everyone's excited that you're here. Yeah. And you'll be able to go back and watch the video after the fact and see all the comments and stuff too. So.
Okay. You guys are going to make me cry. I cry easily.
I do too. Don't worry, I'll be right there with you. I cried in the last stream, so yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Marvin's House said LA local legend. Yes. So true. So true. I will never forget our first meetup, having Mom Loves You and Block Boy there. It was the coolest thing ever, and it's just LA so cool that you're on with us.
And you brought Marvin.
Yep. You met Marvin.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so jealous that you got to meet him. So jealous.
It's cool. Really cool.
Yeah. Our LA local crew is a lot of fun. Also, we need to make plans for Hawaii, but we'll talk about that later.
Let me know. I have 18.
We gotta figure this
18
out.
18 unique tikis. Hopefully I can get it here somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, nice. If any of us have that third row at the very end, I have 0. So I think that'll be the hardest part. Korkio, come drive. Come on over here.
I'm just missing the Metallo one. That's the only one I don't have yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, nice. So yes. Mom, tell us, for those who missed that episode with IT Guy, tell us a little bit about how long you've been playing and who you are, and all of that.
Where your hunting grounds are.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a hunter just like everyone else. Okay. I've been hunting in the Los Angeles, West Hollywood area since the beginning. My daughter Renee told me. Well, I knew they were working on. Hi Renee. I know. Mom,
I saw Renee pop in the
chat. So anyway, I knew about the game, but they launched it. They had it out there, and then Renee says, "Mom, all you do is you find these keys and you put them in these vaults and you answer the questions." I'm going, okay, that's fairly easy. And so I tried it a couple times and then I stopped. And then it was at a time, I remember it was Halloween, because I got some of the Halloween. And then I don't know if you guys remember, but in the beginning of November, there's a lot of stuff going on in this country, right? Just a lot of confusion and things like that. And then, you know, just a lot, right? I have my own personal stuff going on. And so I remember when I started hunting, I remember the first time I really, really tried to hunt, I was out for 90 minutes and I was walking all over the place and I was like, this is fun. This is fun. It was so distracting. And I just kept going and going. I really like this game, you know? So that's pretty much how I got started. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so for the hunters that don't know, the West Hollywood area and the Los Angeles area is pretty well saturated, right? Where do you have most of your vaults in West Hollywood?
I have five in West Hollywood. I have one over on Melrose. I have one at LACMA. I have a couple in the Temecula area, actually, in the wine country.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I vacation there frequently, and sometimes in the past you needed to have a user vault close by to do certain things, right? And so I was like, okay, this isn't going to work. So I don't make very many return keys off of those, but I have a user vault down there that I know if I need to do something, I can go down there and get it done.
Yeah, at least you have your tried and true vault in that area.
Yeah.
So when you first started placing vaults, were there lots of other vaults already there, or were yours like the first ones down?
First ones, the day Yudun did a Medium article. So I read it and I said, okay. I actually printed it out. Because
that is amazing.
I've never played any kind of game like this, right? So I actually took like pieces of paper and I stood on the corner and I'm like, okay, you do this. And I picked up my phone, you do this. Okay, and I do this, you do this. And yeah, literally.
That's great. You remind
literally,
me so much
I'm
of
on the
mom.
corner. But I have another story. So after it got approved, I went there to put some resin in there, right? And it was already filled. And I was so angry. I said, who did this? Like, I can't believe that. And I think it was Block Boy.
Probably.
Yeah. My very first UV was already filled by the time I got back there. And I was like, that didn't feel good at all. Yeah.
Really, most people are happy about that.
So you must have already known about
I had the resin, but I didn't understand. I really thought that when he filled it, it was like his or something. I didn't understand. And so I they were like, calm down, Mom, calm down. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I was like, how can he do that? Well, I didn't know who it was, but I said, whoever did it,
Yeah. There's definitely two ways to look at it is that way, or thank God, because I didn't have the resin. So
so once that happened to me, then I was all over that, every dozer. I was like, except
gotta make up for it.
Yeah, when you go to a yellow vault, though, has that ever happened to you?
What?
A QB crane?
Oh,
right. Has that happened? I actually did it in the one over there at the Santa Monica Pier.
Yep. I
drove by and I said, I'm gonna put 20 or 30,000 in here, and I'm forgetting these are not hundreds. These are 1,000 at a time or whatever. I'm like, oh crap.
You're like, why am I out already? 1, 2, what just happened?
Right. Because I budget everything. And so I had a budget of what I was going to spend. And I was like, So anyway, it's all good.
Yeah. No, Marvin's house, mine was the opposite. Marvin's house warned me to only put one in, and we avoided it at all costs otherwise until I realized the leaderboards behind it. And then I was like, wait, we have so much resin. I'm going. I'm going to start adding stuff. I want these points. Yeah. And we want this yellow vault here. And that was shortly after you guys had built the LACMA, the Los Angeles County Museum and Arts. so it was so exciting. I was like, we want one here too.
Yeah.
And it only, I mean, when you're the only hunters in the area, it's kind of like, what are we waiting for? No, there's nobody else around here to fill it.
Yeah. But that was the
So
good old days, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good old days.
I suppose we're gonna definitely get there. But Mom, we do want to know a little bit more about you, just like outside of coin hunt world. So it's, I know a little bit about you being in the LA area and West Hollywood area and having met you before, but what would you say like takes up most of your time, like outside of coin hunt world and obviously like, work stuff?
I know, work, huh?
Unless it's your passion, we'd love to hear about it. If not, love to hear, what you enjoy outside of coin hunt world, or what makes you you.
Oh, okay. Well, family is very, very, very important to me. Always has been. I'm a CPA.
Ooh, accountants. What?
I know. Yeah. I heard you. And so right now I'm working on an ERP, installing a new system at my employer. And so that's taking a lot of time. But other than that, family, my children don't have a problem asking me to babysit. And so now, though, I have to keep the Coin Hunt World event calendar with my babysitting schedule, right?
Yeah.
On, what was it, the Hawaii event? They had asked me, my son asked me months ago to babysit that particular weekend. And then I realized it was in the middle of the event. And I was going,
what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I totally block off my whole schedule. Nothing else can happen.
Yeah, they caught me before I knew the date. So I, honored my commitment. But boy, I was like, you drop them off late at night and you come here first thing in the morning and pick them up.
Yeah, I need to get my goals in.
But you know what? I am so lucky. All of my family are so supportive of me playing Coin Hunt World. Right?
Awesome.
No one plays, and I mean no one plays as hard as I do in the family. But they're all supportive, all of them, even my grandchildren.
Do they all play?
They have accounts.
Sure. Okay. There is a difference.
Right.
So.
That's like my family. My family's the same way.
Well, I have another daughter who probably plays the most. And but she's a mother, she's a working mother, and God bless her, she's doing a lot. So
it takes a lot of time. Yeah,
it does. It really does.
That's for sure. Yeah. Especially for such an addictive game.
Yeah.
So when Renee first told you about the game, like way back in the day, did you ever expect it would become something like it is? Did you think it was going to be like this big thing, or did you just see it as like maybe a fun thing that they were doing that was just going to be small?
This is not the first game that they've worked on. So this is their profession, right? So I knew whatever they did, they were going to be successful. That
spoken like a true mama.
No, I totally supported them. And always, whatever they're doing, I'm all for it. I've never, ever got this involved in their profession before.
Sure.
But I tell you, when I really knew when it was going to be big, it was when I came up with that phrase, come for the crypto, stay for the game. Because I'm telling you, I was playing, I got, I didn't get a resource box with the Christmas events. And then I was upset and I was like, dang it, I just got Bitcoin.
It all clicked.
I was like, Kathy, what's wrong with you? Wait a minute, you're totally off, because I'm an accountant. This whole thing, it was about coming for the crypto. I understood crypto. Yep. I've been through a couple of the what we're going through now, the bears and the bulls and stuff. So I was totally focused on getting crypto. But then I was like, what happened to me? And then that's when I called her, and I said, you're an effing genius. Sorry, Renee. I promised I wouldn't cuss. But I said, you're a mad genius. I said, you look, you've got me hooked. And I, anyway, I was like,
you're like a pity sign up, kind of like, okay, you're obligated to, you're my mom, you have to sign up, you have to be one of the people, we have to show some numbers. And we're like, okay, right. No, but I'm here to stay and I'm gonna crush it.
Well, when I knew in my heart of hearts that I was like hooked on this game, that's when I said, how did this happen? Right? Because you're right. Originally, I'm just the mom supporting their children, right? Her children. But then I was like, this has nothing to do with you guys. I can get some crypto, and I know, how crypto can go up. And I said, I'm going to retire. I'm going to stack, and I'm going to do this. And it was kind of like working. So yeah, it was working.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So what is it? Play any of their other games that they created?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Just not as passionately, I'm guessing.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Huh. Okay, cool. So I have a question about the trivia, since we know that Renee writes the trivia. I mean, she says she's got a team and everything, but I'm guessing it's mostly her. Are there any questions that you come across in the trivia that you read and you're like, oh, my daughter definitely wrote that?
You know what? The trivia is very inclusive, which I really appreciate. I really appreciate that, right? Yeah. So much of what's done is written from a perspective that may be more narrow, but her influence definitely has made it so inclusive. I can't imagine anybody who doesn't feel like they can see something about their life is part of the trivia, which I really, really appreciate. I really think this is a social science project, just the education and the broadening of people's minds. Oh, I'm excited about it. I'm so proud of her.
Oh,
yeah.
It warms my heart.
I'm proud
to
of them
hear.
both. Okay, I'm proud of them both. I'm. You know what? I'll say it here on your show. If there's ever a decision, and I've told them this too, if I ever had to make a decision between being an OG Coin Hunt World player or being their mother, I will always take being their mother. Okay. So if I disappear because I mess up and you didn't pulls my user account, you cross the line.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, Illusion Weaver, you better not.
Yeah, but
we're keeping all of our questions on fair playing field, so we don't want to get mom in trouble, okay? Because she's an OG hunter first, and Renee's mom second.
No.
But in the real world, you're Renee's mom first.
Renee and Yudun's mother first.
Love it.
Yeah.
So what is it like being the mom-in-law to the one and only Illusion Weaver? Is it a lot of pressure?
No, they've been married a long time. So we're family. We're just like anyone else's family. If something happens good for a family member, you're happy for them, right?
Oh, no, I guess I mean, is it a lot of pressure from the community? No, you know what? That's good to hear.
In the beginning, I was just playing, right? And then at some point, I started thinking, maybe some people may think something. I don't know what they're going to think, but whatever. But I didn't go around saying, hey, guess what? Right? That's,
I
didn't do
totally
all that.
Shocked.
I
mean, to find out a couple of weeks ago, it was
I really wanted
shock.
to be respected as a hunter, just like everyone else, because I go out there just like everyone else, and I strategize. I think I'm I wake up in the middle of the night. I've even had dreams about Coin Hunt World. I don't know if anyone else has had a dream, but like,
yes.
Yeah, see?
For sure.
That's all my dreams nowadays. That's the only thing I dream about is Coin Hunt World. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, I go out there and I do it, and I've made mistakes, and then of course I get angry, like, like, I read the medium afterwards and I go, yeah, he did say that, but because I don't have like the quest, the first quest, I didn't get the gingerbread skin.
Blueprint. Yeah. Oh, the HQ skin.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to open the tickler.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I would have texted. I would have
had
texted
the
Alicia. We were
gingerbread.
so fast.
I mean, I had the gingerbread. I think about
box?
halfway through the event, I was done. I'm thinking I'm done, right? But I didn't know the tickler. And so then when a couple of months later, when I think they released it like in February or March or something like that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get the skin. I'm gonna get the skin. And I'm like, how come I didn't get the skin?
Oh.
And then he said, well, I guess you didn't open up the tickler.
Oh no.
I didn't open up the tickler. I didn't know how to open up the tickler. I didn't know what the tickler was.
Well, you know now though, for the future,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Oh yeah. Beat that phone. I'm opening up that tickler.
Right? Who knew you have to tap so hard on that thing? Oh my god!
I just didn't know how to do it. I never
Yeah.
opened up a quest line before. I didn't know what I was doing.
Doesn't it like bring you back to like putting the first time you play and like trying to put resin into a crane? Like you're like, how
Yes.
do I do this? Like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
Somebody tell me how to do this.
And it's tough when you don't know that you don't know. Like you didn't know you were missing something. So you didn't know to ask the question. That kind of sucks. Yeah.
Well, I was reading on Discord how some people were saying, it's just some pain or something like that. So I thought it was just for the first 5 of each country. I didn't know everybody else was getting it.
Yeah.
Dang. Petition to get Mom Loves You her HQ skin for the gingerbread house, guys. Come on. This feels unfair.
You know what?
There are no clear instructions anywhere on how to get those dang tickler boxes open, except for the name of the box itself.
Yeah.
But hello.
Well, I know now how to open up the tickler, but then it was the first time, and anyway, it's okay. You know what? I just roll.
Part of the fun,
roll with it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've kind of, even with the update today, I've kind of found fun about this game is you kind of, exactly like you said, Mom, you just roll with it. Yeah. That's the best way to play, like with no strategy whatsoever.
Yeah. I actually made a list of some of the things that were in the game that aren't in the game anymore.
Coming from an OG hunter, would love to hear this list.
So
I'm gonna guess green key booths are on that list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Green keys in the wild, blue keys in the wild.
Yep. How
about the daily green key? Do you remember that?
I've heard of that. I wasn't there.
Heard of it. It's a myth in my world.
Yeah, we used to get a daily green key. How about this? For the first 5.5 months when we played, we didn't even get paid. We got a promise to pay.
I heard about that too.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I do remember that.
There's OGs out there who remember people would come on Discord and say, this is a ripoff. This is a fake, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to play this game. And some of us, well, of course, I had an inside knowledge. I knew at some point I was going to get it. But the everyone else they just went out on faith and they just believed, right? But we played for 5 months with the promise of getting crypto. So it's going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
The UK is feeling that right now.
Yeah. And it's going to be okay. Don't worry.
Yeah. Keep the faith, guys. It's coming.
How about the blue key when you did the Twitter post?
Man.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I was there for I think there was only a week of that when I was around, I think. Yeah. And then it went away.
Right. Times.
There used to be no happy hour, right?
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh. That's the underrated. Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. What else?
Good additions.
Well, I don't even want to talk about the tickler. You got ticklers now because we used to have the blueprints, but there was no way, once you ran out of resources, there was no way to print anything. So there was no auction house. That was on my list, no auction house.
Yeah.
But without the tickler, you really had no way of printing any more QBs. So
you had to wait till next year for resources. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure there's some people out there. I can't read. I don't have my glasses on. What's on the phone? So I'm pretty sure other people are coming up with things that have changed.
Oh,
I've totally been ignoring the chat. Sorry, everybody.
They're mostly listening to us. Marvin's House says daily greens were awesome. I still haven't unlocked Uphold yet. Posps, hey Posps, he says Twitter boxes were the best way to sustain high keys. Would be up like 40 keys a walk. Yeah.
So I guess the point is, it's like the game is constantly changing
and growing. So
I'm pretty sure whatever changes are made are for the long-term benefit, and that's the one thing that everyone has to do is if you want to, right, take a long approach to this game, right? Just like with cryptocurrency.
Yeah. It's just like any investment.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take a long approach. And then, I know, trust me, I know the developers are not doing anything to hurt us. Everything that they're doing is to make this game sustainable and long-term. And they love the community. They love us. You don't know how much they love you. So don't ever take anything like that it's to hurt us.
Personally. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we all saw like kind of coming. I mean, at least the hunters that really love the game and really want to see it succeed, we all were like, okay, well, how is this going to last? Come on.
Zach's been
like,
talking about it. Zach's been talking about it on his show forever. Yeah.
Saying what?
That they're going to need to do something. Like he was pushing
just predicting the future.
He called it gatherer mode, where you could turn off crypto and get just resources. So he was kind of pushing for that to happen or something like that. So they picked a different option, and honestly, it doesn't bother me. I haven't hit system vaults in like, I don't know. I probably stopped after the first month I started playing, except for events. Yeah. Sometimes during events I'll still hit them, but for the most part, system vaults, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I've been playing a long time, and every change that's been made has been long-term for the best. So I don't know. There might be something more to this. I don't know. I have faith though. And you're going to say, of course she has faith because she'll go with anything. But, that's true.
I'm with you. I mean, I always look at it as a business because it is a business. And so they're having to show stats and numbers to sponsors and other business partners to show like what the game can do. And so Cuckoo Puffs kept talking all day about how it's about the average payout per player per hour. That's the number that they're trying to lower because that shows that it's sustainable, and they have to take that one number and show it to their business partners and say, this is what we're working with. And so if that number is too high, no one's going to take them seriously. They're going to, every business is going to assume they're going to burn out. So I mean, I totally get why they do it. It's a business, and they got to have the numbers to get people to work with them. It's the same thing that I said about the UK. Like, in order to get a partner to pull the crypto out, they have to show that they have good reviews in the UK. And if the UK keeps submitting bad reviews, it's going to be extra hard for them to get a business partner. So, it's all a business. It's all a business.
There's a lot of catch-22s too. It's funny because when the infamous key nerf happened, my whole plan was like, okay, great. We're going to pivot and I'm going to stop hunting. You know, we were those people that were hunting downtown Santa Monica every single day, hitting our vaults, you know, doing way too much driving. So I was like, great, this takes care of the driving. We're not going to hunt as much. We're way too addicted anyway. We need a reason to like chill. So that took care of that. And now we haven't even been hitting our own vaults, you know, at all 10 every single day, twice a day, let alone like once a day. And my whole plan in my head is like, I'm just going to catch up during events, right? That's kind of the time to like clean up, get the crypto, get the resources. That's what I'm here for. You can't do that. Nope. Think again, Betty.
I was thinking the same thing because that was my thing.
That was my whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's okay. I'll just stack up keys, you know, in the meantime through events, and I'll, you know, be close enough to each event to where I can just crush it and then do it all again in, you know, another few months. But that's not, which I mean, Illusion Weaver has been saying it's a game of choices, and I just never realized it's going to be like so many choices on the table. So too many. You can't. I'm a Libra.
So to catch anyone up, what we're talking about, there was a Medium article dropped today with some updates to the game. So I'm just going to run through those really quick so that y'all know exactly what's going on. So, and there's some stuff that was dropped earlier in the week too. So they patched the user vault rebuild exploit. So for people that were moving their user vaults constantly just to get the leaderboard points, you can't do that anymore. So now you only get leaderboard points from your first 1,000 resin pucks that you put into dozers, and then that's it. Doesn't matter if it's your user vaults, someone else's, whatever. Once you put 1,000 pucks into vaults, no more leaderboard points. Photo quests will appear more often, and you'll get a resource box. And then today the news is system vaults are now only giving, in chill mode, it is 1 cent for blue system vaults. And then in hunter mode, it's 2 cents. And then it takes those percentages down for great and good. And then I think green and yellow haven't changed, except green vaults only respawn every 48 hours. Yellow vaults respawn every 2 weeks. So I'm kind of interested to see, like, if they give us, like, the first date that's going to happen so that we can keep track. Because, like, the wiki's got to know which weeks it respawns so we can put it on there properly. And the 48 hours for the green vaults, you know, I guess we'll find out, but...
I did. It sounds like all of this went into effect today, so I guess we'll find out like within 48 hours. Yeah.
For the green vaults anyway. Yeah. So during events, white and blue vaults will only drop event items and no crypto. Once the event is over, they will go back to dropping crypto again and still have that chance of a resource box. Higher tier vaults will continue to drop crypto during events, along with the chance of event resources. And then the resource stacks from those vaults are the same as the lower vaults, so the same as blue or white. The first time they're going to test this and see how it works is the Canada Day event. Starts July 1st. It's 48 hours long. So for 48 hours, all blue vaults in Canada will drop Canada Day resources, but no crypto. Because it's exclusive to Canada, all the other regions will be unaffected. So that is the big news today. That's kind of what we're talking about. Doesn't really bother me that much, except that I won't earn a lot of crypto during events. But honestly, I unlinked my upholds a while ago anyway, so I'm not taking money out anyway.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. When they gave us that
makes
option,
me feel much better.
Yeah. When they give you an option to do something, it's usually because they have something in the works.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we know that they've talked about the staking and stuff, and so I figure I'll save up, you know.
Okay, good.
So,
Good.
Korkio,
I love
you're
to hear
exactly right. Whenever something like that happens, I'm like, maybe I'll
I
just
can
do
smell
this.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just do this, because I'm not spending the money anyway, or, I'm not spending the crypto. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I've spent my crypto on so far was my little custom QB logo, and that's it. I mean, aside from that, I haven't, it's just been hanging out and going up and down and up and down. Mostly down.
Yeah. Mostly down. It's going to
As
turn
of late,
around, though.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've got faith. So
Mom, I know you've been doing all of your walking goals recently. Are like, for the people that are tuning in and don't really know like what your normal hunting routine is, what do your like hunting grounds look like? What's your normal like hunt look like? Has it changed since the keys got nerfed?
Yeah.
How has it changed?
Well, originally it changed because of the Hawaii event, where I documented and cried on everyone's shoulder that I was not prepared.
we were with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe not Korkio, because she stacked up like 3,000 keys.
I meant
But
we were paying attention. We all listened to
in
you guys.
solidarity.
We had you in our hearts. We were like rooting for you.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah. We were following along and anxious for your quest completion.
Yes, it happened. So that first night I came in and I had like 2 keys, and I had spent everything on the very first day. And that started like here at what, 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah. 5 o'clock. Yeah. I read it reset.
Whatever. And
Yeah.
by the time I came in, like I think at like 8:30 or 9, I had 2 keys. I said,
Shit. What are we gonna do?
So, being the accountant, I'm sitting there like figuring this thing out, and I go, okay. One thing I knew, I was going to have to walk every day, all 8 goals, and that's the only way I was able to accomplish it.
That's incredible.
I was impressed with myself, to be honest with you, because I got the turtle blueprint, and I was able to actually print it, the turtle. Now I did have to go in the auction house to get more resources, because I just didn't have enough extra, hunting to get additional resources. But after that,
what was it? The flowers that you needed, or the shells? The flowers, yeah.
The flowers, yeah. No, actually,
it felt like it was one or the other for players. Like they were either having great Antherium. What am I saying that right? Antherium, yeah. Drops. Sounded too close to Ethereum for a second. And then, or either like great turtle shell drops, because I was having great shell drops and then saw that Block Boy had only had like 2 or 3. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? So it felt like it was one or the other for
it was
for
the
players.
Flowers. Yeah, it was the flowers that were hurting me. But I went in the auction house and bid high. I had lots of yellows.
Nice.
Bid high and got what I needed printed. But anyway, it taught me that I can do this without any keys. So that was a great lesson, actually. As I'm doing all this walking, I'm like, wonder how many other people.
Yeah.
No,
I think you proved it
when you got 3,000 keys, Korkio.
Yeah, I didn't start my walking until after the event.
Yeah. It's cool that you pretty much proved to everybody that you can complete this chain solely walking. There's driving is totally, if you want to drive and be top 5, obviously that's a different story. But that's what I thought was another one of my favorite things about this event, was like it clearly showed that, you could do all of your walking quests every day and like go the extra mile. And that's what, the game is always kind of pushed from us, is like going the extra mile is going to get you the epic stuff. So I'm glad that it turned out the way that it did, because doing all of that epic effort to have no blueprint would have been disappointing. So
and I love that this event rewarded effort and not just luck. I love the effort ones, because I will always put in the effort if I need to put in the effort. I will not always be lucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that happens to all of us where I don't know, you go out on day one. This always happens like at the beginning. I'm like, oh, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, right? And I'm like,
Crush it.
okay, I'm going to go home and I'm going to finish it tomorrow because I'm that close. And then I would go days.
Yeah.
I cannot get it. I'm like, how can I be that close and then have to go a whole nother week to finish? What the heck? That's RNG, right?
Yeah.
You know, so.
It's so true.
I
so
was
true.
going to be one of those top 5. I was right there.
Man.
Well, and this is the only event that I didn't actually have to buy stuff in the auction house to complete it.
Okay.
Like, because
nice.
I could put in the effort and get it. Like, all the other ones, I had to either buy the blueprint or buy the QB or buy something in order to finish it because my luck is absolutely horrible all the time. So,
Well,
so I
you
was
were
pretty
prepared.
happy with that.
Yeah. No, you were prepared. Good for you. So since then, I've started since June, the beginning of June 1st. I've been doing all 8 every day.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then what does that look like? Are you breaking it up a little bit so you get like some done at night? Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm
That's
doing
awesome.
mornings, lunchtime, and in the evenings.
Nice.
So yeah, I kind of look at my schedule because I'm working, right? I'm looking at my schedule. Okay. And if I have to get up like you, Korkio, if I have to get up early in the morning, I'm up an extra hour early. I don't hunt late at night. I have restrictions, even though my family doesn't say they restrict me, but they do. They're like, you have to be safe. You cannot be out there in the middle of the night hunting.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad that they're, it's good looking out. Good looking out.
It's the same with me.
Until you have a hunting buddy.
And I don't have one. I don't have one. Yeah.
Keep like when you're looking down, only because we've seen what has happened to hunters when, let alone like driving while distracted, walking while distracted night can be unsafe as well. So.
Yeah. And we're ladies.
Fair.
I mean, like we're safe within coin hunt worlds, but within the greater world, we're not always safe.
Right.
So
yes.
My boyfriend did the same thing. He's like, don't tell me you're going to be walking around here at night. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it during the day. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be addicted, but I'm not stupid.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So,
right. Yeah.
It's again, the long game, right? You have to make sure you're eating, you're getting your sleep, you're meeting your family obligations, you're meeting your work obligations, right? To pay for all of this until we can cash out our cryptocurrency. So it's the long game. It's definitely setting up your life so that it works. Coin Hunt World fits into your life instead of you making Coin Hunt World your total life. Sorry, you do. What? Don't tell them
that. we were on that train for a while there where Coin Hunt World was our whole life. And then, you jump off and you jump back on and you jump off. It's the best part of the game.
But you don't want to burn yourself out. You want to go for the long, the long term.
Well, and the good thing now is that where you somewhat make Coin Hunt World your life, it's a healthy addition. Yeah. Like it's, I wasn't walking at all before this. And so the fact that I am addicted to Coin Hunt World enough to walk 6.5 miles a day now is good for me. Yes. So it's good that I'm addicted in the amount that I am.
In a healthy way. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
And I haven't even been keeping up with my walks this week. I mean, it's been rainy, so it's been tough. But I got to know, so when you do your 8 goals, do you have an idea of how many total miles that is? Have you added it up, or do you know map it out?
8 and 10 miles. I'm also in April I started intermittent fasting. And so so I had tracking steps over there. Yeah. So
so it's definitely more than 8 miles. I'm guessing that's about 20,000 steps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can go 20 to 23,000 steps. Yeah.
That's nice. So are you on iPhone or are you on Android?
Android.
Okay. Interesting. Because there's some of us, I feel like the low end is about 15,000 steps. We can do it in like 6 to 6.5 miles. And then there's some people that it's like 8 to 10 miles and like 20,000 steps. And I wonder what makes the difference there. But hey, you're getting more exercise than me, so that's cool.
Is it?
Are you? You're on iPhone. You're on iPhone.
No, I'm on Android as well,
Okay.
and it's about 6.4 to 6.5 miles. And I do it all in one go though, because I don't have time to spread it out. But
I find, and I don't know if you've noticed that when I'm rested and not so tired, I'm more efficient, and it seems like I get my walking done quicker. But when I'm tired, oh man, it just seems like those percentages just drag on, and it's like, and today, oh my goodness, I went out walking. I walked for a whole block, and something happened, I guess, with the GPS, and it wasn't tracking.
Oh, I hate that.
I cannot believe I walked and this is like a long block. This wasn't a short block.
Yeah,
and
those LA blocks.
Yeah, it was the same. And I go, darn it. And I had to like turn it off, or I don't know what I did. I was so upset because, I was on my lunch break.
That could have been 20% right there.
Right. And I got back from lunch kind of late. Forget what I said about that balance. No, I'm staying on your blanket. I was working on goal 8.
And that 20 keys, you don't want to give that up. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Especially when you're that close.
Exactly.
Like, look, I've only got a short amount of time.
Right.
The window that I can complete this is so small.
So I already had a story. Today was primary day, election day. So I said, okay, if anyone says anything, I'm going to go vote.
There you go. They can't stop you from doing that.
No.
Exactly. And I know you're going to go vote, Mom, so that's a great excuse.
Yeah. So.
That's awesome.
I was kind of bummed. I walked in our local Pride parade this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And then after the parade, I had to walk a couple more miles to go like disassemble the float and move it, and then like all this stuff. I didn't get to track any of that. Because, yeah.
Oh,
and I was,
no.
like, I brought my phone thinking, I can just track this. But then, like, my hands are full holding signs, and then, like, I'm carrying stuff. And, yeah, so I probably walked a good, I would say probably 6 to 8 miles and didn't get to track any of it.
No.
I was super bummed about it. But, hey, it's all good.
You guys want to know what I've been doing recently?
What?
Is keeping my at work, I'm like strategically wearing blazers that have pockets that make sure my phone swings while I walk. Or
there you go.
if I can't manage the blazer with a pocket, I'm making sure like the whatever outfit I'm wearing, I have a pocket in the front or the back, which I understand men don't have this problem, but women do.
Yes, we do.
We don't have pockets on all of our pants for whatever reason. So I have to like strategically pull out my pants that allow, a pocket that I can fit my entire phone in. But I make sure that puppy is on all day while I'm at work, which sometimes I feel bad when like a buddy quest spawns and I'm clearly on Coin Hunt World, but not looking at my screen. That's like my worst fear.
How do you grab your keys from that though? You just feel it
vibrate.
vibrate.
I like, I'll check in with it. I'll check in with it. Make sure like if I know that I'm like 20 minutes out from that box, I gotta get it. Yeah. Oh, it's dedication.
Wow.
I gotta get these keys.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta get these keys. And I still cannot complete to goal 8 an entire day unless I like really get out there by myself and to like go. So on like a day off.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I only finished it 3 days this week. I only got to walk 20 miles, which is way more than I ever would have in the past. But this is like a low week for
a low
me.
end.
So that's awesome that this is low for me now. So yeah.
It
was just
20
just
miles
super rainy.
is low.
Yeah, super rainy, and then I was super tired, and I don't know, man. I've been so exhausted lately, so it's been hard to get up because you have to like when it's not rainy, it's like 90 degrees during the day. And our sun is like the most intense sun you'll ever feel. So you need to be out there early in the morning. Otherwise, you can't really like make it. So especially when you're doing it all in one go. So I did 3 days. It's kind of tough. But
how many days do you average, Mom, on like completing your walking quest? 7, or is it more like 5 business days and then you take a couple of rest days?
Well,
as much as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just by that response, I'm like, it's every day. I love it.
Yeah. I'm trying to build up my key inventory, right? Because I was at a serious deficit. Yeah. And then I know like when I like I said, I'm gonna be gone this weekend, right? So if I'm gone and I'm like, ooh, I may not be able to, I can't rest. Because I know I'm basically
just keys out there.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of interesting comments on here. So Trinity Black says, Coin Hunt World did make me create some crazy habits. They did 678,000 steps in May, thanks to the Hawaii event.
Wow.
That is impressive.
Super impressive. Jybone says that her alarm goes off at 5 a.m.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting out there
Time
early.
to get keys.
Yes. Handle it.
Coffee and keys, baby. Coffee and keys.
Yeah.
That is, wow, incredible. True Boy said skipping the gym time and other things for walking. Need to prioritize other things now. Or need to prioritize other things over walking for keys only. Or not.
Yeah.
Just get your keys.
He sounds a bit demotivated from the drop of the news today. So
yeah.
But Troy, you're an OG. You should be able to bounce back.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
We have faith in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's I mean, it's cool. They've been talking about this for so long. I think, everybody's just kind of gets it. Nobody likes change. And so once they get comfortable, then, it's like, nobody wants to agree to it. But imagine all of the new hunters that are going to be joining like tomorrow and think this game is like $1 million and amazing. And because it is.
Yeah.
So
we're
it's just all about how you look at it.
Yeah.
We're spoiled.
We're totally spoiled.
Entitled.
Exactly. Bunch of entitled hunters over here.
Yeah. It's still more than you could get from any other game with this kind of effort and this lack of monetary investment. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you don't have to buy in any way other than having a phone that will play the game. I mean,
and your time. But this game has always changed. It's always changed.
Yeah.
Right?
It's, if anything, it's just following its path that it's always been on. And the developers have been nothing but transparent about all of these changes. And so we're really lucky that we get to have, developers that are so active in the community and keep us up to date. And you have to be in the Discord to get this information, but it's still like, as Marvin's House says, it's in beta. And I think we've always been looking at it as like early pioneers and like early adopters of the game. And like, we're just lucky to be here. That's kind of how we've always looked at it, which is why we've never pulled our crypto out. It's because like, we're not here for the crypto. We're here for the community. We're here for the game. Like the crypto is just the icing on the cake, but
definitely.
Yeah. So,
and then what you're doing here with Ladies of the Hunt, sharing information, spotlighting, all of that is marvelous. All of the people who are out there just sharing information and building the community, that's awesome. You guys are the pioneers.
Shout out to the
people
Wiki
just
team.
love this game. Yeah.
The Wiki team and everything they do is amazing. All the podcasters,
awesome.
All of the streamers.
Anakura's map.
Oh my God, Anakura's map.
Oh, and I forgot to
community
is
insane.
One of the things that, when we first started, there were no maps. Okay?
Right. Oh yeah.
There was no wiki. You had to kind of figure things out. And like,
Yeah.
if you go hunting, you literally have to just drive around to find a blue vault. There was, you were just on your own. So all of that is awesome.
Yeah.
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 Hey, so while I see that Zenny ABC is in the chat, we just wanted to check in with you and see if you've been doing your walking every day, because we have that on our notes to be your accountability buddy. So let us know if you've been walking every day. And also, because I see Renee is here, and since you're part of the team, Renee, I have one request / suggestion. So one of the things that happened while I was hunting this past week is I was halfway through my walk. And so my walk takes me 2 hours and 10 to 2 hours and 15 minutes. I was halfway through, so I was about an hour in. And all of a sudden I get that notification that the game's going down for 15 minutes for server maintenance. And I'm like, really? And luckily I was close to a place where there was a bench. So I actually stopped, but like I sat on that bench for probably 15 to 20 minutes before the server ever went down. And then I had to wait another 15 minutes for the server maintenance, and then it came back up. So my request, just because we're putting in a lot of, like it takes a lot of planning now to do all the walking for keys, is maybe if we could schedule in advance or like give a heads up of maybe like, hey, in 2 hours, this is going to happen. Like if there's any way that we can give more notice so that people can plan their walking around any kind of server downs. Like I understand there's ones that will happen and they have to happen when they have to happen. But I also know that there's regularly scheduled maintenance that can be scheduled. So just a request / suggestion. If you could share that with the team, I'd appreciate it. So has that happened to you guys, that you've been out walking and yeah?
Oh yeah.
It's a little frustrating.
When that one happened, I think I had just gotten to a point where I saw it and I go, okay, good. And I just turned around. I think it was in the middle of the day, and I was walking, I saw it, and I said, okay, I guess this lunch break is over with.
Yeah. And there goes my walk.
Yeah.
Well, and what sucks for me is that like I don't have any option other than to like I get dropped off 7 miles from my house, and my walk is walking home. So like I can't do anything else. I just have to sit there and wait, because I can't just walk home, because that's the rest of my walk, you know? And it's like 3 miles away. So
Renee says she passed the message to IW. He says, absolutely, makes sense.
Thank you so much.
There it is. You're the real MVP, Renee. Thank you.
Yeah, and I had put that in the suggestions, but I didn't know, how often they look at that, and and it's not any kind of criticism. It's just, I want to be able to do what they want us to do. I just don't want to have to sit on a park bench for like 45 minutes in the middle of the day. So,
yeah,
cool.
Fair enough. Well, so while we're on the topic of things changing in Coin Hunt World, how do you guys feel about the new system vault changes? Does it affect you at all? Not really. And like the user vault stuff being rebuilt, that makes sense to me. I'm happy about that. Not people not using all of their resin for leaderboard points. But is this going to change your strategies on events? What do you think?
I mean, events.
Community?
Well, you can answer if you have an answer.
No, I don't. I hadn't really thought it through yet.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't hit.
I know it happened like an hour
before
we started. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, system vaults, I only ever hit them like during events just for extra resources. So the fact that their payout is lower doesn't affect me, because I never hit them for their payout in the first place. I don't hit any vaults for their payout.
But what about all of the rural players? Although they did say they were going to be like dropping more system. That's the funny thing, is they're going to be dropping more system vaults. They'll just be worth less.
Yeah, and
not worthless. Worth less.
I think that is a good thing to do, though. Like, someone had asked, well, why don't you just remove all the extra vaults you added when you turned the keys into vaults? It's like, no, that was to help rural players.
Yeah.
Right.
And we don't want to get rid of them because then the rural players get screwed over again. So we can lower it and add more so they have more options to get resources and stuff, which is usually what is hard for rural players, is to get enough resin and enough paint and all of that. And as long as they're playing the game for the game, and more so for the game than for the crypto, then I think it's great for them.
Yeah. And it kind of aids in that, like, growing the player base notion. Because I'm not going to lie, for a long time I was like, maybe they're just like not really trying to, you know, break the barrier with Apple, because then that's going to like just release a whole slew of new, you know, and that's a lot. That's a huge amount of people to be, you know, signing up and paying out. And so I kind of think that maybe for a while there, I was kind of thinking like they've got to nerf this before it ever gets approved on Apple, because once that approval comes in, it's like everything's going to change. That's at least what I had in my head. It's like everything will change all at once as soon as that gets approved.
And
so it kind of seems slower.
I don't know that they're going to do anything to stop trying to get the Apple approval, because I think...
Oh, no, not at all. I just don't think they're actively trying.
Well, and I think one of the things Cuckoo Puff said, I think he said that their goal, I know he said their goal is 1 million players. I got the sense that 1 million players is a data point that they need for business partnerships. Like, once they have 1 million players, then that gives them the ability to say, look what we've done. These are our stats, and this is our player base. And so I think they'd rather, like, they're fine with paying out more money if it means we have a bigger player base, because then we can market ourselves to other businesses and make those connections.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I always think about things in business terms. To me, it's more, this is a business that I want to help manage.
Yeah. No, as you should.
Yeah.
I mean, as I feel like that's kind of what kind of separates us, really dedicated people that are in this community and are fully invested. It's like not just invested in Coin Hunt World. We're like very invested in Discord and Twitter and all sorts of new things, or, you know, regular things, but it's because we really want to see the game succeed. And you could kind of tell that in the Discord today.
Yeah, there were two completely separate camps. There were the people that were were complaining, and then there were the rest of us that were trying to shut the complainers up and telling them to stop being whiny. And this is for the good of the game. Just deal with it.
Yeah. Did you guys really think this wasn't coming?
Yeah.
But no, I think it's great overall. And I mean, I'm sure the three of us are all on the same page there. So
yeah.
So as far as walking this week, my only interesting thing that happened was the server maintenance. But I try to bring up something interesting that's happened on a walk. But that's it. So, Mom, have you had any really interesting experiences or seen anything interesting that you might not have seen before on your walks so far?
Oh, okay. Well, today when I walked the whole block and it wasn't tracking, that was
interesting.
That was interesting. You know, we don't have to. We have the opportunity to take pictures and tweet, right? And so if I'm walking the same basic route, you know, I switch up a little bit. Sometimes I notice that people take the exact same picture every day. And so I want to be supportive and like their pictures, but I'm like, really? Can you just a little bit more variety?
Switch it up.
So I personally try to have themes. So last week was Pride Week, right? Because that's what was going on in my, community. So I try to have themes. I switched back to flowers today because I was just so exhausted. From last week, I was just like, okay, let me just do something easy. So yeah, I just try to be creative about it. So as I'm walking, I'm really trying to look at what I see from different angles and just make it interesting. Yeah.
I like that. So you get like artistic with your like Twitter photos and such.
Yeah. Like, sometimes I'm doing just buildings. I've had different thoughts. Like I said, maybe one week I'll do all blue stuff, or maybe I'll do restaurants, just
Nice.
so it's not boring. It's not boring for me, right? And it's not boring for anyone who's looking at my pictures. Like, dang, it's the same exact thing every single day.
Yeah.
I'm lying when I'm liking it, okay?
I'm not gonna lie though, I always look forward to like your signature picture at Mickey's because I know that you have a vault right over there on Santa Monica Boulevard. Someone was like, "Oh, that's Mom's vault," because I've had similar pictures, and that's nice.
Yeah, I know. No, sometimes I see pictures because I also hunt in the Pasadena area around the Rose Bowl. And so, yeah, I'll see pictures. I go, oh, I know where that is. I know where that is. I know exactly where that is. But I think there's an effort to try to do stop signs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
are we doing that? What was the date you picked?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
This coming Saturday?
They wanted to do viral. So I said, okay. I asked what day should we do, and no one responded. So I said, okay, well, let's do Saturday, right?
Let's do it.
Well,
you hear to hear, everybody.
Stop signs?
Well,
I think it was Sam. Was it Sam who started it?
Was it Sam? Or maybe Jason J. I know Jason J is always getting stuff riled up on Twitter.
Okay, so the goal is one day to just do a bunch of stop signs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Cool.
Because there's been a trending theme that it hasn't occurred as a Twitter contest theme yet, but many hunters around the world all have stop signs in their neighborhoods. So a lot of people just take pictures of stop signs, and I think it should be a Twitter theme. We might as well just make it a day.
I think there is a stop sign at every single one of my vaults, because every single one of my vaults is on the bike path. And it's usually at an intersection of the road and the bike path. And so there's little stop signs on the bike path for people to stop and look at oncoming traffic and stuff. And most of my Coin Hunt World stickers are on those stop signs.
Nice.
I think it was Coin Hunt World Vault Hound.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
think his name is Berserker.
Oh, is that Berserker? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So there's a number of people who've been doing it. So it was suggested that we do it as a community. So
cool. I totally should have taken a Twitter photo of that tooth last week.
You really should have. Oh my God. I had so many questions. I still want to know. Whose is that? Whose tooth is this?
Yeah, I don't know
make a billboard.
If you caught that last week, Mom, but I found a random tooth on the ground when I was hunting.
Ooh.
It was weird.
Yeah.
I think that's still on the top of the list of the most interesting things I've seen while hunting.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Nothing strange this week for the Marvins over here.
No.
Business as usual.
Bob Dylan's.
No.
Just the one Bob Dylan.
Just the one Bob Dylan. And I wasn't even there for it. So, man, all the boring stuff happens when I'm there.
Yeah. We don't have a ton of, there's a handful of famous people in Oklahoma City, but not in my part of town. They live in the country, like out far away from the suburbs. So you won't see me running into any famous people, except maybe my mayor or something, but he's only famous to us Okies. So
that's cool though. You get to see the mayor. I was just going to say though too, Marvin's house is actually in Denver. So again, this week he's getting all of the cool stuff and sights to see because he's out hunting with, but hunting some Denver vaults and Colorado vaults and stuff. And all of the hunters out there are hopefully they're gonna all get together, or maybe he'll be able to get together with a couple of them. But I know Worth the Fight Boxing is out there with her wife Ladita, and Baby Tooth is out there. So the community is strong in Denver.
Yes,
and that's good.
Yes,
At least he's got that.
All those things.
That's
right?
definitely one thing I'm looking forward to is the next time I go on a vacation, being able to like meet some people that I've already known from the internet. You know, I think that would be so cool.
So fun. Love this community.
Yeah. Okay, so so we kind of did our accountability a little bit, and I didn't see Zenny say anything about their walking, but I might have just missed it because the chat was moving pretty quickly there for a little bit. But I can announce that I have officially lost 8 pounds since Walking for Tea started.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, so it was like another
That's awesome.
like pound and a half this week. And it's crazy because a lot of it, like I didn't even walk that much, but I did a lot of other things that were active. So I guess that made up for it.
Yeah. And I mean, clearly it's like a conditioning process too, right? So
yeah,
that's
takes
awesome.
time. And it's not about the number anyway, but the number is always fun and helps me like track it. Yeah.
So. That's awesome. Gosh, just like not even a month. Well, I guess it's a month, maybe just over a month into this, but that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. I definitely needed it. I was due.
Everybody
the
get
last
ready
couple
for
of
that.
years, we all needed to lose. Well, some of us.
Yeah,
I needed to lose
those quarantine pounds,
the COVID pounds. Yeah. Very much so.
Yep.
So, what's going on with our walking playlist this week? Do we have any new additions to the walking playlist?
Mom actually made a wonderful suggestion that took me right back. Mom, do you want to tell everybody what your song suggestion was this week?
Yes.
I'm happy to announce.
Yeah, Too Short, Blow the Whistle.
This might be one I don't know, but I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't usually know artists' names or names of songs, but like when I hear them, I know them. So I'll probably recognize it when I hear it. I just don't recognize the name. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Mom, what are you normally listening to like when you're out on your walks? Do you have like a playlist that's like your walking goal or like, walking quest playlist or podcast or what is it? No. Nothing at all?
No.
Yeah.
I'm looking around.
Paying attention to surroundings.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Makes sense. Yeah. Safe.
Thinking, processing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, this was a perfect song to add. So yeah, that's officially on the playlist as of today.
Okay.
Nice.
Korkio, what was your song of the week on the playlist that you were really liking?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't listen to our playlist at all this week. So when I walked, so what my go-to is if there is a new episode of a podcast, a Coin Hunt World podcast, I always listen to that on the walk.
Yep.
And then if I don't have any podcasts to listen to, then I put our playlist on. And every time I went walking, there was a podcast to listen to. So I listened to podcasts. Yeah.
It was a great week for Coin Hunt World content this week. So totally understandable.
Oh, and there was one point where I think I was still walking even though the podcast was over, and I started listening to music, and I was trying to listen to our podcast, but there is an interesting Spotify issue happening lately. And it was doing it to the podcast too, but I was dealing with it with the podcast because I didn't have another option. And it doesn't seem to be a Coin Hunt World thing. It seems to be a Spotify thing where if you have Spotify on in the background, it will stop playing whatever you're playing every 10 minutes. You have to go back and press play again. And it might just be because I'm not a premium subscriber. And so every time I go back to press play, there's an ad there that they're showing me. And so I'm thinking
they
they're just trying to see the ads. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to poach your engagement.
Yeah. But I know that other people have been having the issue because I saw one of the like assistant developers talking about it in the I need help section of the Discord, the other people were having the same problem. They were trying to figure out if it was a Coin Hunt World thing or a Spotify thing. But I noticed that even when I wasn't playing Coin Hunt, like when I was just listening to Spotify otherwise, it would do the same thing. And it was 10 minutes on the dot, every 10 minutes on the dot. So there was a short time there, maybe like, 15 or 20 minutes that I just listened to Pandora instead of our playlist, just because otherwise I'd be going back every 10 minutes and
convenience. Yeah. No, I get it. So
I might have to subscribe now. I mean, because I don't want to not listen to our playlist, So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm like, I'm just going to give you my login after this, so it's fine.
Okay.
But I won't be able to get, 2 separate streams, but that's okay. It kind of counts since we're both in this together. So it's perfect. It'll all balance out in whatever fold.
Yeah.
But that being said, Mom, we were checking out your Twitter this week in preparation to interview you, and saw that you may have minor slid in a little merch item just out of nowhere, coffee, having breakfast, yada yada. We were like, where'd you get that mug?
The official coffee cup.
Right. So, it's not mine.
Oh no? Okay.
No, it's not mine. I was visiting Renee and Yudun, and they served me. So
they're just teasing you.
Yeah. So anyway, you know what?
So was it a surprise when you saw it?
No, I've seen it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the Hunter's Lodge, right? I think we were just talking about this last episode.
That particular mug, or are you talking about something else?
Well, Cuckoo Puff showed off that mug in the Hunter's Lodge as potential future merch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the very first Hunter's Lodge.
Yeah,
but it was a long time ago.
Testing some things, and it was just there. But it's not mine.
Dang.
So I drank the coffee and I sat it in the sink, and
No!
I think they could at least give you one. I mean,
I know.
I don't think that would be playing too favoritist or anything. I mean, it's just a coffee cup.
Exactly.
But they use it. That's their they use it.
Oh, they need to get more samples then.
It has invaded their entire lives.
Yeah.
So when you open up their cupboard that has their coffee mugs, are they all Coin Hunt World mugs?
Not all.
No. That's good.
No, they just have some samples. Those are like prototypes.
Yeah, they're so cool. Yeah. I really hope they come out with that merch soon, because I think they have a lot of people that would be willing to buy that coffee mug.
Yeah.
It was so cute too, with all the keys and stuff.
I hope they actually do get around to letting us sell merch, because I designed some really cool coffee mugs too, and they're like the ones with the little sayings on it. Like one said first coffee, then hunting, or I don't know, something like that. But
yeah. And
I like the coffee cups that are bigger than your standard size. Like the ones that have some
mugs
size to them.
Some girth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
And some coffee with a side of coffee.
Yeah. I have no idea what their plans are.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear that they leave you in the dark just as much as us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
Right? It wouldn't be fair. And then it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. The surprise is always fun.
It's true.
Right. It wouldn't be fun. Like, why would I be doing this if right. So
if you knew, if you were a step ahead of everybody else, sure.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
So that being said, did you know about the other beans that were spilled this week? That Boswald's is Cuckoo Puff's brother-in-law? Or was that news to you like it was to all of us? Because now we're just realizing there's so many family connections in Coin Hunt World, which is so cool. Because it's like the people that are, family of the game who, probably just signed up on a whim and like, okay, I'm going to support you. I'm your mom. I'm going to support everything that you do.
And now y'all are famous.
End up, just end up loving the game and running with it. I think it's just a testament to the game itself.
So you just told me something new. I did not know that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It was announced on IT Guys podcast, another Beans Village, because I was like, oh, Makiki Tiki just like subtly threw that out there.
Oh, that you should have said spoiler alert. I haven't listened yet because I didn't walk today.
Oh, so. I'm sorry. Okay. Wait, okay. That episode came out last. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I told you I only got to walk 3 times this week.
Sorry, I assumed you listened to the content.
I will. I just
it was on the doc.
Yeah.
Sorry, anyway, guys. Spoiler alert.
It's all good.
It's to everybody else.
I had a feeling though that there was some connection to Hawaii because of the Hawaii event. Like there's got to be some reason why they love Hawaii so much. And I didn't realize Cuckoo Puffs is from Hawaii. But that's cool.
I feel like
So I knew he was from Hawaii, but I didn't know who his family members were. Right.
Yeah, I didn't realize that one of those like OG hunters were, a brother-in-law. That's cool. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew he lived in Seattle.
So we're related, right? We're that family relationship.
Hey, we're all family.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, I wish Renee and Illusion Weaver didn't get married yet, so then we could all go to their wedding. We could all meet.
Well,
wouldn't it be great if you guys
they can renew their vows. They can renew their vows.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Coin Hunt World style. Would they be open to that?
Cuckoo Puff said he would come to anyone's wedding.
Oh no, I hadn't heard that.
He said,
okay, good.
He said that if anyone got married and they let him crash their wedding, he would bring I think he said a red vault to their wedding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sick. Oh. Well, that's what we got coming up this next year too. So
yeah. Well, because we did have that.
That would be awesome.
That Coin Hunt engagement, the Canadians, Jazz and
Epod and Jazelle.
Yeah. So I thought that was the cutest thing.
That was exciting. That was really cute.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Yeah.
They're so cute. And they have the best pictures. Oh man. In Canada. They crush it.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff. Oh, well, I can't wait for I bring it up every episode, but I can't wait for the convention. Do that on time.
Sure. So Mom, if there's a convention, I'm guessing you'll be going, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mom. So have you thought about Hawaii at all? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking that let me know because I have to take time off from work.
Okay, fair enough.
I probably can scratch up some miles.
Okay.
And
that's what we're thinking too.
Yeah.
Like pay for one ticket, use miles on the other, and it'll kind of balance out. Okay, cool.
So
I think we need to.
Renee's in the chat. She said, "Are you hearing this, Illusion Weaver? Should we renew our vows?"
Yes, I want to be there.
I knew you would catch that.
And then Jybone says next year is their 40th anniversary. I would love an attendance and resources. That's definitely something to celebrate. Have a big party and invite Cuckoo Puffs. I have a feeling he might show up if he's not too busy, if you give him enough notice. Yeah. I'll come if it's not too far away.
Pop said, I'll propose right now.
There you go.
That's hilarious.
Wow. What people would do for a
I know.
But it would be awesome. It would be like awesome to have.
Right? Oh man.
Did you see what Marvin's house said?
Uh-oh.
Did I miss it? Oh yeah, he can come to our wedding. It's not planned yet, but
is he proposing to you right now?
He already did, like during the pandemic. We're just, waiting for crypto to go back up. No, we've just had a lot of stuff going on at the moment. So we've been engaged for what year is it? We've been engaged for 2 years, which I'm totally fine with. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, we plan on planning our wedding very soon.
Okay, well,
yeah,
that's the
it'll happen eventually.
Event right there.
There you go. Yeah, Renee, Illusion Weaver, Cuckoo Puffs, all of you guys will be invited. So
yeah,
that would be so fun.
It's going to be an awesome party since you used to be an event planner. So like,
oh
I
yeah,
can only imagine.
That's kind of what's like making me wait to make sure that everything's good and open and free. And a lot of it was like, okay, I don't want everybody there to have to like wear a mask, and I want everybody to feel safe and protected. And so now it's just like, okay, well, where the heck are we going to go with this? But Illusion Weaver said, yeah, baby, let's do it during Coin Hunt Fest. Yes, Renee and Illusion Weaver are going to renew their vows during Coin Hunt Fest. Has it been confirmed?
Yes.
So are we going to the chapel, Illusion
Weaver? Okay. We're making plans.
So we need to talk. Oh my gosh.
He's such a good son-in-law, isn't he?
Yeah. He really seems it.
You tell us.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
Seems great. But I
anyone
better
who
be
loves
good to
my
Renee.
daughter is all right with me.
Good.
That's all that matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that they work together too, because Marvin's house and I have worked together before too. And I know it's not easy, but it's so awesome, like being able to work with your partner and like have that life intertwined. I know sometimes there are pros and cons, but when I found that out, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool that they, are partners and get to work together. And that's a cool dynamic to have.
Now we just have to find Cuckoo Puffs.
It's cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's why he wanted to go to the wedding.
Next to I Speak Nerd, he's the most eligible bachelor.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Cuckoo Puffs. Oh my gosh, I have single friends.
There you go. I don't.
We got this. We got single friends.
But yeah, I think that's what made him start talking about people's weddings. He wanted to go to people's weddings because he wanted to find a girlfriend. At least that's the sense that I got from it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 birds with 1 stone. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, if he likes older ladies, I can hook him up with my mom. She's pretty cool.
That would be amazing.
But she's also like 70, so we're talking like older ladies.
Yeah, but she's like still, doing marathons and
she
stuff.
She is like
so.
the most fit 70-year-old, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about older ladies now.
Yeah, okay. Age ain't nothing but a number.
Well, Mom, so I have a question for you. So my mom finds that the hardest thing for her with the game is having to switch back and forth between sunglasses and reading glasses while she's hunting. Like, do you find that there's any limits or anything that makes it harder because you're older? Because I tried to, I'm saying this because I try to tell people that this game is for everyone. Like, there's no reason why anyone couldn't play, unless, of course, they don't have a phone that they can play it on. But that's my mom's issue all the time is the text is so small that she has a hard time reading it. And my mom has horrible eyes. She literally has glasses for every different activity in her life. Like, she has driving glasses, she has reading glasses, she has watching TV glasses. Like, there's everything. Yeah.
Well, you know what? She probably just has to go at a little bit slower pace. If she really wants to figure it out, she will.
Yeah, that's what I tell her.
I mean, everybody has something, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Everybody has something. So if you really want to do something, you can make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all have a different cross to bear, and you just overcome whatever that you need to overcome, and do what you got to do.
I should probably introduce her to chill mode, because I've had her working in hunter mode, and chill mode might be easier for her.
Yeah. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
So I have to ask, since I saw that Illusion Weaver was in here, maybe he'll respond. So when exactly is going to be the Coin Hunt Fest?
And does it have to be Vegas? Because like Oklahoma City is totally the center of the country.
But also,
and all of our stuff is cheap.
Pops said, how many Vegas weddings will happen at the CHW meetup? Kind of, that's funny. Which that would be cute, but it's going to be so many people meeting up. Like, that's interesting. It's all of the things that Vegas offers.
If we just make it one giant, like, combined wedding for anyone that wants to get married at the time, hey. And then you split the cost amongst everyone, and then your wedding's cheaper, right?
So then we're just going to rent out, like, the Elvis Chapel, and, like, that's where we're going to hold it.
If that's what y'all want to do. I'm never getting married again, so that's up to you guys.
That's good on you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just writing, like, are they thinking about where this might happen? Do you guys have a convention center in mind? Do you need help with the planning?
Yes. So MarvinsMama
am
is
happy
an
to
event
help.
planner, and she can help.
I've honestly, like, thought about just doing an event deck, like, proposal for them, and just being like, okay, here's how much it's going to cost. I'll take a very minor percentage just for planning this. All you have to do is just, pay for the gas and our room to get out there, and we'll be okay. And I'll take care of all of the rest. Okay. But time. I need time to do that.
Fun, because if you're working, you know how.
No, I want to do all the stuff beforehand, and then somebody, like, the day of handles the rest.
Right.
But you know how it goes. It never ends up
right.
Like
Thousands of people, you are not going to be resting.
or you can just hand it off to me at that point, because, like, actually managing events as they're happening is, like, one of the things I absolutely love doing and would make it so much more fun. Like,
it is really fun. Like, it keeps you on your toes, and it keeps you busy all the time, and it actually makes you see, like, everybody, because you have to say hi to everybody.
Yeah,
because you're the one who, like, people are asking you where to go for stuff.
I know that, like, for some of the nonprofits, like, I've managed events, and those have always been the most fun. And then, like, there were some festivals that I actually went and volunteered to, like, help out with the festival in order for free admission. And I had way more fun at those festivals than if I had just paid for a ticket, And I got to feel, like, some sense of accomplishment and purpose while I was there too. Like, I wasn't just there, enjoying myself. I was there helping it be awesome. So yeah.
It definitely adds to, like, the energy. I don't know. I love events. They're so fun.
Yeah.
Good memories to be made. Can't wait. I guess Illusion Weaver jumped out because he's not answering my question, so.
Oh,
fair enough.
Zenny just mentioned there should be a wedding QB.
Oh,
that would be cute.
Be really cute.
Yeah.
That would be really cute. If someone has, like, a coin hunt themed wedding, they should, like, get a free bride blueprint and a groom blueprint.
Yeah.
Or a bride and a bride, or a groom and a groom, whatever. But, like,
Yeah. Any of the combinations, but that would be so cool. But even still with, like, the birthday QB too. I always think like, the birthday QB would be so cute.
Yeah.
On your birthday.
Especially if it had, like, little candles coming out of its head.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, the
a little party
kind.
hat as a nose.
Yeah. That'd be really cute.
Oh. I know, it's just so fun to, like, think about what they have planned for this game. I mean, obviously they don't tell you anything, Mom, so
sorry.
Do you know anything on the roadmap? Anything cool? Any beans that you can leak? Probably not, but just in case.
It's okay. We don't want to get you in trouble anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to get you in trouble at all. So I have to say that we asked, but if
I think
they
dropped a
legendary.
There's going to be a legendary.
Yeah. Is everybody excited for that?
That's it. I have no
keys
idea
for that.
What it looks like. Is there going to be like an anniversary event?
Well, I think that's when the legendary comes out, right?
Is it?
It did last time. Was it part of it, or just happened to be
right
at the same time?
It was right at the end.
It had to have been after, because it had to have been after.
Yeah, I think it was right at the end, but it was supposed to, like, coincide. But they said that the elemental blueprints won't come back, but they said that the event will. So we're gonna have new stuff.
Yeah.
So who knows what we'll have?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Sorry.
That'll be exciting. We're all in the same boat. No, I love it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh man.
Yeah.
There's
just it's not really a subject of conversation, and I don't want to know, and they're not telling. It's okay.
I love that.
Because it wouldn't be exciting for me like to play if I already knew everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true. So like literally when you guys like sit down for Thanksgiving dinner, are you just laughing at all of everything that already happened, or catching up on kids' lives, or like how often do you get to like sit down at the dinner table and be like, so what's going on? Like, and what is the response?
We're a family just like any other family, you know, so
that's cool.
We talk family stuff. Coin Hunt World may or may not come up from some of the other people because they're not as involved with the game. And so it's more about educating them, but really there's no, we're going to sit here and talk about Coin Hunt World. So sorry.
Do you throw the rest of the family that doesn't participate any shade? Like, do you guys like kind of like
you should
like nicely shame them for not participating?
You know, in the beginning, when I was excited, I said, you've got to play this game, you really got to play it because you're going to be collecting crypto. And then they started playing but then they fell off. And I was like, okay, well, and we all have family and friends, right, that we got into this game and they fell off and it's just not a priority for them. So, how do you shame them? Yeah. I mean, because you got to remember, these are still Renee and Yudun's siblings. So they're not going to Coin Hunt World or not. You're
right.
I shame my family members that don't participate. That's all I'm saying.
You're missing out.
Jokingly, I mean, not seriously, just jokingly.
Of course.
But they're still your brother and sister. So if they play or not, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah. So when you so your friends outside of your family, your acquaintances or new friends you make or whatever, do you tell all those people about Coin Hunt World? Like, are you like the proud mama sharing it, or do you kind of hold back because you don't want to like flood people with all of it?
Or also because of the like iOS situation too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. So when I started loving Coin Hunt World, I was telling all of my close friends because it was a great game. It's the possibility of earning crypto, right? Renee and Yudun, they're just a side.
They just happen to be the people that are like making the game, but you would have been playing whether or not they made it.
They know they're my children, but they're like, what you say about other people's children, right? They're your children, okay? I'm telling you about this game, And so, of course, once they started playing, they go, oh, this is a good game. You said they made this? I know, huh?
That's great.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's not a big deal.
Well, because I know, like, I
know it is to you guys, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, you have to look at it from, like, anytime someone in your family does something great, you're happy for them. And then, but everyone has to live their own life.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not even thinking about it just as, like, you being related to them. I mean, I have a hard time finding the line when it comes to, like, sharing it with my friends. Like, because the first few friends that I introduced to it, they were like, oh, that sounds interesting. But I was like obsessed with it at the time. So I was a little floody with it. Like I was kind of like, no, you got it. Like, and it's all I talked about at first.
Yeah.
And then
you're part of a cult, right? You're part of a cult.
Exactly. But you don't understand.
Yeah, and so I've kind of like backed off, and so now I only bring it up to people if it fits in the existing conversation of whatever we're talking about.
Right.
But then I feel like I'm letting people down by not sharing it with people when it doesn't come up. You know, like it's just this thing like you're missing out and I can't even tell you about it because I don't want to look ridiculous.
I think we all went through that where we were like, look, you can get crypto, you can and then some people got it and then some people didn't. I'll give you an example. I had a friend that I grew up with since we were like 3 or 4 years old, right? So it was a long time, but we're still young.
Yeah.
And so I told her early in, because she's my, you know, my friend that I've known all my life.
Yeah, basically a sister at that point.
Yeah, exactly. We are family, right? You know, so but she didn't play. And what can I do, right? I can't do anything. However, at her daughter's wedding, I was talking to her husband, and then he said, "What?" And he got it right away. And so then he said, "Are you kidding me? You've known about this for months and you didn't say anything?" So then she started playing and her husband started playing, and now they play as a couple, you know. And I said, I told her. So sometimes I'll tell the husband, if it's a couple, I'll tell the husband and I'll say, you know, there's this game, you know, and then the wife will go along, or, you know, they'll find it on their own. So it's it
hits everybody different. Yeah. And everybody has a different reaction to crypto too, right? So like whether or not you're gonna like introduce the fact that you can earn crypto at the same time now, I'm like, maybe I just won't say that part. Like,
just call it a trivia game. That's fun.
Right. Like depending on who you're talking to, you kind of got to pivot. Like, okay, it's a trivia game. With you, it's a crypto game. So with you, it's a walking game. Like,
right.
But that's the best part about this game is it really fits into quite an umbrella of categories that it houses. So it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Jeopardy, Monopoly. What other game?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. It's a lot of aspects of the games, and so whichever part you like the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it all.
Yeah.
Shout out Renee and Illusion Weaver and the whole team. Great job, guys. Yeah. And hopefully Renee will be next on our Ladies of the Hunt show here.
Oh, that would be nice.
That would be exciting.
Yeah, then I get to be in the audience and I can start
start grilling her on some questions. No, it's I love that everything's my family.
Was there anything?
Well, so we usually have like some sections that we do in our show, and we always end on a positive note. And so like we like to share a positive life impact story. Do you happen to know of one that you could share, like how it's positively changed someone's life for the better?
Wow.
Or your life if it's done that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So being on this show, tweeting on Twitter, just being more open. Anyone who knows me knows this is not me. This is all new. This is brought out a side of me I didn't even know existed.
Same.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just you know, I just live my life, and being so public, all of this is new. So I've come 1,000 steps to be here, to make my life public, to share, to encourage. This is all new. So and everybody, one thing I do like is that everybody's been so supportive. I think we're all a little bit self-conscious about, you know, ourselves, and we worried about what other people think and things like that. And every part of this journey has been very supportive. So I thank you too. I thank IT guy. I think the wiki team, all of these things I'm learning, new tools and just new things that I would never have tried.
It's all about new life experiences, right?
Yeah.
Growing and
just
learning.
So supportive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
really
Mom.
Appreciate you being willing to come on our show. I mean, I was super excited that you were going to be our first guest. I have to say that your episode with IT Guy was my favorite episode when I heard it. Like, I immediately ran into the house. I was out hunting and I ran into the house and told my boyfriend, who doesn't pay much attention to Coin Out World, I was like, babe, Mom loves you. That's Renee's mom. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't understand. It's huge.
This is the biggest news all year.
Yeah, that's exactly how. Yeah, and I don't know if you knew that was a huge, like, information drop that you were like. I don't know if you thought people knew or what, but like we were all shocked and amazed. And we were like, this is crazy.
Because everybody knows you as like such an OG hunter, you know, like because you've shared. I mean, your username is perfect for you. Like the mom loves you, and like I loved your origin story of that, because that's really how, I don't know, at least personally speaking, and I know I can speak for Korkio, is like we look at you as that, like in our community, is like your mom, and like we know that we like you're gonna support the community, and you're on Twitter, like, you know, liking tweets and putting them out there and promoting the game, and just showing not only other moms but just like other hunters like how to hunt and like how it's done. And you were one of the very first people that I met on our meetup at Staples Center. And I just thought it was so cool, like I don't know, just the wide variety of like people that this game hits and like really impacts. It was just you've made such an impact on this community, and like to find out that you were, you know, Renee's mom was just like the icing on the cake, because it was like, oh my gosh, of course, like of course she is, like I don't know, just a blast. And
you know what,
thankful for you.
Thank you. None of this was planned. I was just playing. The game got bigger. Somehow I kept ending up at the top of the leaderboards, and
what happens when you get addicted to the game.
right. And then I think IW told somebody, and I said, okay, so
it's fair game.
Yeah. Once it's not a secret, but once things like that get out, it gets out, right? And so I said, it's not fair to me for some people to know and some people don't know. So let me just put it out there, and that way everybody knows. It doesn't change anything for me. I'm still out there. And hopefully it doesn't change it for anyone else. And no,
not at all. I think it's and I hope this episode too is like another testament to that, is like we're all in the same boat here, everybody. Like we're all finding out,
walking and answering. And I think today somebody said they had a bad day. I've been having a bad day. It's amazing sometimes when like I was missing blue questions in questions that I know the answers to. And I
was doing that yesterday.
I said, I must be tired, because like I said, why is it taking me like this? You know, so I go through the same things that everyone else goes through.
No, that's humbling and relieving, and it's so nice to have you on and get that OG perspective. And we're lucky to have you. So lucky to have you in the community.
Thank you. The positive message is, if I can do it, okay, anybody can play this game. Okay.
Call your moms, call your dads, call your aunts and your uncles, get them all signed up for the referral, because that's where we're headed, everybody. It's games for everybody. That's awesome.
It really is. I mean, look at how Susan the Spatula and Frank the Knife have run with the game too. Like, Susan the Spatula is the reason why I did not get a top 5 finish. Well, I mean, granted, I finished number 8 one month, but like, so there were other people ahead of me, but I was kind of like, there's no way I'm passing her. And I kind of gave up at the end. So, but she's Rudy Tootie's mom, and like they're retired and they just go out walking and they make it happen. It's awesome. Like that's what I want to do when I retire, is just go walk and earn crypto.
Right. It's the dream.
All right.
Love
well,
Well, thank you, Mom, so much.
I think that's
Korkio.
a wrap on our episode. That is a perfect positive note to end the episode on. So thank you very much.
Agreed.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being on, Mom. We all love and adore you, and look forward to keeping up with you during the next event on your walking goals. And I mean, it'd be great. Maybe we can have you and Renee on together sometime in the future. That would be lots of fun.
That should be fun.
We'll see, huh? Maybe after her and Illusion Reaver renew their vows.
Yeah, I'm calling you.
Yeah. Yes.
I hope they're ready.
Sounds like he is. He's at Coin Hunt Fest, so we're gonna make this happen. We're holding you to it, Illusion Weaver.
And thanks to everyone else that jumped in the chat and chatted with us. And
thanks everybody for joining.
I hope everyone has a good night and hunts hard and walks fast.
Stay safe.
Happy hunting, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Right. Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.